welcome to my channel. And it's Sunday and it's a WandaVision night. We're going to be talking WandaVision. I'm excited. It was a great episode. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited about your new setup. It's amazing.
I know. I'm loving it.
Yay. So good. So good.
I don't know why I keep doing these things, but it's because I don't freeze up anymore. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's because you don't freeze up. It's amazing. I'm so happy that you finally have your setup.
Thank you.
And we're joined with us with a special guest today, Miss Martin Muses. How are you, darling?
I am doing fantastic.
Good. I'm so happy that you're here. You just basically finished watching WandaVision in like one night, right? Well, like you did like a
binge. I did a binge. I started it on Friday and I've been watching it over the weekend and I just finished it this afternoon.
Nice. So how are you liking it?
That's a question too, is how is it as a binge?
Mm-hmm.
I fracking love it. I mean, I was very pleasantly surprised because when I saw the previews for it, I thought this is the dumbest blankety blank I've ever seen. And I was also kind of all over. I'm just done with the MCU with all their stupid, look how woke we're going to be. Ha ha, we're woke. And so when I watched it, I was like, holy crap, this is good. And it's not woke at all. It was very much like when I watched Cobra Kai. You end an episode, you're like, gotta go to the next.
Yeah. I love Cobra Kai. That was such a good show. I'm actually rewatching it right now with my husband because he didn't watch it with me. And I kept being like, Cobra Kai is so great. Cobra Kai is so great. And he's just like, fine, let's watch it. So we're watching it now.
And it is great. It is great.
So good. It's so good. But yeah, like I like it too, Teresa. And I've been kind of over the MCU as well since like Endgame. And then now I know that they're going to go into like the whole MCU situation and like everything's going to be woke. So I like, but then when I actually really like the trailer for WandaVision, like when I first watched it, I was like, oh, this is really interesting to me. Like this looks really creative and I like creativity. So when, companies take like these leaps, I like that. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's a good thing. I think you should do that. I'm just going to quickly say hi to the chat. Hey, Kara's here. Clay. Good to see you guys. Snortopus Cuber. Hello. Thank you for being here. Mega Mac. Thanks. Thank you for liking my intro. There's Teresa's in the chat. I saw you, Teresa, and Sporking News. So that's good. We got a bunch of people. And Scott, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you before we get started?
Yeah, just on YouTube, Sporking News Podcast, Twitter, mostly what I work on. I think I got a Facebook page, Instagram, all that type of stuff. Mines, I don't even think I've checked that, but mostly just subscribe to YouTube, doing a lot of this stuff, going over A Song of Ice and Fire and things that piss me off.
Nice. And Teresa, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me at Miss Martin Muses, where I talk about what makes me happy, makes me sad, makes me laugh, makes me cry, or just really ticks me off.
Excellent.
Her and Jayne, they just have that down.
Yeah, that really, it's very well done. Speaking of Jayne, she will be joining us. She's just running a little late, so don't worry. Miss Theory will be here at some point.
Yep.
In the meanwhile, is there anything else you want to say, Teresa, about like the series as a whole? Because we're going to be focusing on the episode 8 discussion, but so far, like what have you liked? What have you not liked? Did you like how what was her? Oh my God, I've already forgotten her name.
Wanda?
No, not Wanda. The other girl that became a
Agnes
superhero. No, that became a superhero last episode.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. Did you like how she became a superhero? Like, what are your favorite things about the series so far, and what don't you like?
Well, what I really like are the things that I thought were dumb when I saw the trailer, the sitcoms, and how cleverly they do the different decades and how it's like I Love Lucy, and then Mary Tyler Mercer, whatever, the Dick Van Dyke Show, and then the Brady Bunch, and what was it? Not Silver Spoons, Family Ties, and all the way up to Modern Family with them talking into the screen randomly as commenting like they're being interviewed. it's really well done. And the acting, I was really impressed with the not Olsen twin, how she
Elizabeth
really,
Olsen, yeah,
has a lot of versatility, comedic timing, as well as the dude that's playing Vision.
He's awesome.
I love him.
He's so good.
Amazing. And the wide range of what they're having to do. They're having to do comedy. They've been doing talent shows.
Yeah. Like physical comedy, straight comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. And drama. Because I tell you what, as I'm watching this, my heart is slowly breaking. And so help me, I might go misery if somehow at the end Vision and her don't end up being able to be together. That if I want them to find a way for Vision to come back.
Yeah.
It will be really sad if he doesn't. And now that there's like a counterpart, that's kind of like a recipe for disaster. But at the same time,
I got some questions.
At the same time, we know that Doctor Strange is going to be making an appearance next episode. So there's certain things that are going to be going down, and I feel good. I feel good about the next episode. Oh, we have a super chat here from Detritus. Hello. Thank you so much.
You guys are so much better at saying people's names.
Well, I just want to make sure I say it right.
Yeah, that was good.
Hail, Nina. Excited for the episode breakdown with great panel. Cheers, all. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for the $5. I was trying to get a little bit of time for Jayne to get here, but since she's not here yet, that's okay. We can start. I'm sure she can catch up. Okay, let me share my screen and start the breakdown process.
While you're doing that, like Paul Bettany in A Knight's Tale was awesome. Like the dude is just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The prefer virginity, like what he was telling about, like all the things Sir Warwick Van Liechtenstein or whatever his name is would do. Like the dude is awesome.
Yeah.
So this was kind of cool. If you go back, I don't know if you'll be able to catch it, but it goes from there it is. It goes to red to the
red
purple.
to purple.
Yeah,
I love
thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, me too. I was like, ooh, this says a lot here.
It does.
It's tough. And then, of course, we start at like Salem, 1693, with her coven basically like wanting to punish her for stealing information and stuff.
Right.
Which I thought was really interesting because it kind of gives you a backstory, but at the same time, I couldn't help but wanting a little bit more. Like I wanted to see why she was so evil. Like what was this information she stole? Like what did she do with this information? But it was kind of like, I guess this just for a half an hour show would have been just too much to expect.
Yeah.
And then when they did that weird power thing, like I didn't understand what the hell was going on because she was kind of like sucking in their power and then like turning them old. Like,
well, what it seemed like to me is without her even knowing it, she was able to like repulse their power.
Mm-hmm.
And when her purple magic got to them, it actually sucked their life force. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's kind of a succubus in a way, not a real succubus, but like is able to harvest some of their magic from them. But that's what you're sucking them dry. That's kind of what it is.
That's what she said. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the character from the Marvel, Agatha Harkness, she has a backstory with a lot of that. And I think that they were referring a little bit to her backstory in the Marvel comics somewhat. And it was just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again, too much to go into, but when you look at the character of Agatha Harkness, she first appears in Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that she was actually killed when she was killed during the Salem witch trial. She was killed in the traditional way. I don't think
burned at the stake. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
I was actually surprised that they did this because when they put her up against the stake, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna burn her and she's gonna be all evil."
You think it's the village folk, but it's actually her own clan, which they switched up, which was neat.
Yeah, yes, and then they show like how she gets the brooch, which I thought was interesting too.
Yep.
Jayne, how are you, Jayne? Hi.
I'm great. Happy I could finally make it.
Yay! I'm so happy that you're here, Jayne. Everyone's, I'm sure, excited to have you here. How did you like this episode overall?
I'm not as happy with it as it seems like everybody else is. I don't know.
Oh no, Jayne.
Yeah.
Well, we usually agree on so many things. But we'll talk about that. Tina says, "Do we know Doctor Strange is going to be is coming for sure?" I'm thinking it's Loki as a TVA agent because the TVA is one group that oversees the Nexus being. Well, that's a really interesting point, Tina. I didn't really think of it like that. I just know that the actor of Doctor Strange is going to be in it because they showed, like, if you go online and you look, it says like coming next week, like, and then it's like, "Hello, I'm Doctor Strange," but I didn't think that it would be like Loki or something like that. Maybe I have no idea.
Sherlock Holmes is going to make an appearance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so okay, so then she gets all messed up by her coven, and then she realizes she's like way too strong for some reason.
Yep, and her mom has that crown, and
shit, yeah, look, it's the crown.
Yeah, not like the Scarlet Witch crown, but I want to say Deviant Porg is touching on it. I don't know where it went. He said something. The mother was Fox Pietro, or that one. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to say
weird. Okay, now see, I didn't even clue into this while we're looking at this because I just realized, okay, you know how, and I'm skipping ahead here, but when she touches the Mind Stone and she has a vision of a woman in this fire thing, the woman looks like she's wearing a crown. So like at first I thought it might be her, like herself in the future with a Scarlet Witch crown.
Yeah, that's
what
now
I'm thinking. Maybe it's her mom, like her real mom, and she's like a witch queen or something like her.
Yeah, the silhouette though, is more Scarlet Witch than anything.
It was. I mean, do we want to skip to that now?
No, we'll get there.
Okay. But yeah, so then they battle it out. She's, sucks the power out of this woman, which was kind of cool. Like you could see her getting older.
And she's a powerful witch. So that just goes to show you that she must have something with this dark magic that she was above her station in age. Somebody is giving her that power. She tapped into something. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, because especially she made it very clear that she didn't understand what was going on. She didn't even know how she was doing it.
Right. Jayne, thoughts on this weird backstory of?
I mean, I thought that too initially, like maybe she somehow tapped into something. But at the same time, she was saying she wanted to be taught, and she seemed confused about it. So I kind of do wonder if it was inherent or if it was given to her, it was without her necessarily knowing or consenting to it.
Right.
Like being empowered.
The other thing I thought was weird was when she was like, I can be good. Like, I don't know if she was lying or if she actually like meant that. I feel like she was lying, but I couldn't tell. Yeah. She doesn't seem very sorry for killing all these people.
Well, that's because I think in the moment of fear, some truth came out, but she could have also been lying. But later on, there's a moment where a lot of people thought she was being sarcastic. And when we get to it, I'll point it out. And I don't think she was. I think there was true emotion. There is something going on with her that maybe she wants to resurrect somebody, or she needs Wanda's power for what exactly Wanda is doing, creating something safe for someone she lost.
Well, it seems like she definitely wants to know how Wanda's doing this because she wants to recreate some sort of reality or, like you said, bring someone back because she realized like Wanda was able to bring Vision back. So maybe she wants to bring this mom chick back that she killed. I don't know. I have no idea.
Or Nightmare or Mephisto, or there's so many that
we would have to know more about her backstory because it wasn't like they weren't
enough.
showing like
it wasn't enough.
It's just not enough time.
Exactly, there's not enough time. Like they weren't showing like, oh, her and Mephisto were hanging out, and then he dies somehow, and then she's like, "I'll bring you back." And
that's the problem I have with this show. Then why not make the time? You're freaking Marvel. Most of the season was like 36 minutes long, maybe 30 minutes of actual footage. Like the last 2 episodes, you could have gone over an hour. You know, like, come on.
I agree.
Give it to us.
Just real quick here, I just want to say hello to Andrea Seabrook, who says, "Hey folks, come over from other pop culture nerd channels. Seen lots of you around. Good to meet you."
Nice.
Well, good to meet you.
Nice
and
to meet
just
you
so
too.
you know, all the links of these lovely people are in the description below. So if you want to subscribe, go for it. And welcome.
That's
to
awesome.
my channel.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
really good to see you. But yeah, so then we cut to the scene where she's with this bunny creature, which was really freaking freaky.
Yeah, what is that?
It wasn't really a bunny.
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
Is it a familiar or is it even more than that?
No, because I think it was one of those things that because she showed like the different magic she does with a thing, and then it ate that bird.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that is definitely some sort of creepy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But then remember we thought the same thing about that fly, that huge fly that was in the house too. Like, what are these things? I don't think they're what they look like.
Yeah.
I don't think so either, but we don't know. I mean, it's apparently they're all over this basement though, because that's what she picked up to, you know, do magic with and like show off her magic abilities. But then so like some of the stuff we talked about was right though, like especially about some of the runes and stuff like that. So there is definitely magic going on.
Protection runes.
Exactly. Protection runes, which Agatha basically commented like, this is why you can't use your magic here because the caster can, you know, use the magic, or like basically like only she can use the magic there because she's the caster. And that's why like Scarlett Johansson, I was going to call her Scarlet Witch, wasn't able to do anything. But the other thing that I thought was interesting was that basically like Agatha knows that she's a witch. She's like, you're a witch, man. Like, you don't know anything. Like, you're an idiot. Like, you think you're some sort of superhero.
She's jealous.
But you're a witch. Like, and you don't even know runes. Like, hello. Like, I kind of liked how she was being such a bitch. Like, she's like, hello, it's like runes. Like, this is simple shit. Like, you don't know anything.
But the entire time I was thinking, this is not something that should be keeping her under control. I mean, she's not your ordinary witch. I mean, at this point, Agatha doesn't know that.
Right.
But the only reason this is working is because Wanda doesn't know what she is at this point. It doesn't seem like.
Right. I mean, think about it. She even says, she's like, you know, you did the reason that I was drawn here is because of all these spells done at one moment in time. And I get here and you have a sitcom for your therapy moments. Like, she is so confused on what Wanda is.
Like, what is your deal?
Yeah.
And I love how she was like, who are you? And she's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that was a great line. And you know what? I got to say, like, I'm going to commend this woman. I forget her name, but I think she's doing a great job with the role.
Awesome.
She's just having fun. You can tell. I can't. Yeah. Why is this thing frozen?
I'm just saying, I think that Sporking kind of might have hit on it when he talked about jealous, because that's what I got the impression from her was that she didn't necessarily want a specific knowledge from Wanda, but because it was more powerful than anything that she was capable of being, she wants it.
Right. And like, we'll get there, but like, even like when she finds out about the Mind Stone, that wasn't it. Like, okay, so it helped you kickstart a dormant, you know, witch that your witch abilities that would have just, you know, disappeared if that mind stone didn't interject itself into you. But that's not the power I'm looking for. And she like literally is choking that bird out from jealousy.
Yeah.
She's like just choking the son of a gun. It's so awesome.
I'm
What
sorry. Go
was
ahead, Jen.
funny was when she mentioned her accent coming and going.
Oh,
I thought I would die when she said that.
that was funny. So like basically though, I like this scene because she kind of like literally demonstrates for the audience like certain magic that she's doing and stuff. So then she starts with like simple mind control, which we already know that Scarlet Witch is capable of doing, especially when she did that when she went outside the hex and she was like, like this, I can get into people's minds. So she's like, okay, so you can do this and you can do, whatever, but she doesn't really do transmutations yet. Scarlet, anyways, I don't think. Which she does though, and she's like, and then there's the bird, and then that freaking bunny eats it. That was creepy.
Think about it. She changes different objects in the house into different things. So in a way, she does do it, but without knowing how, which really is pissing her off, Agnes off.
Right.
Look at her. She's just crushing that song. Get you there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, there it is. The bunny eating that thing. That was so creepy. And then it turns into the fly though. Like, it's not a bird anymore.
Yeah.
So that was
weird.
Interesting.
So awesome.
It was weird. So then, she's just like, dude, like, you don't know anything and you're useless. And I need to figure out what your power is, like why you did this. So let's go figure out why you're doing this.
And I love this moment where she plucks the hair. Because if you remember back in Thor Ragnarok, I think it was, where Doctor Strange plucks a Thor's hair, pulls it, and is able to find his father with that. And what she does is plucks the hair, pulls it, but it creates an entry into her mind. So it's almost touching on the same magic, but a little bit different.
Megamex says Agatha's not on trial for being a witch, but rather her own coven for seeking too much power. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. But like, I wonder what she did with it. Like, because they were like, you did all this stuff. And then I was like, well,
yeah, we could have used a little more.
Yeah, can I see what she did with it? Like, did she kill a bunch of people or
did she put the covenant in jeopardy by, showing too much magic? Like, you don't find out enough.
Right.
It's like a vampire coven where if you go out and you bite somebody, you have to close. You have to die.
Like
I don't know.
Yeah.
So then the episode really starts when they start to like kind of go down Wanda's history with her family. So you meet her parents. They have this scene where, he brings home a bunch of like movies and I Love Lucy and Addams Family, Bewitched, Malcolm in the Middle, all the stuff we've kind of like figured. And of course, her favorite was the Dick Van Dyke Show. And they start watching that. And so like everything kind of starts falling into place of why she recreated those these sitcoms that we knew what was going to happen. We knew that they were going to show it, right?
Yeah.
This scene was interesting to me because this mom just kind of looks outside and she's like, there's like all this war going on, but she's like, like whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the one where I'm like, okay, there is an actual war going outside.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, but can't you try to just run into the woods or something? Like, there is an actual like armed insurgents going on outside your house, and it's just like, well, shut the blinds. Just shut the blinds.
Well, it's the weird
We don't
thing
know. We don't know the authenticity of this memory.
Right, that's true.
That's also true. But the only thing I can tell you is that like, because I grew up in war, so I remember like memories like this when like it wasn't like quite like this because we lived in a basement, so we weren't in an apartment building or anything. But like I remember the war sirens going off, and like my parents would like, they would just like kind of like huddle us and like they tell us to like get away from the windows, and everyone would just kind of like get away from any windows or doors because if there's like bomb attack or something like that, the windows can shatter. So there's just certain things, and then they tell you like you got to like find cover and like.
So you didn't just sit on the couch and watch Dick Van Dyke. Oh, okay. All right.
Well, first of all, usually when this kind of stuff happens, there's really no power, and usually you turn off the lights as well because you don't want to bring attention to where you are just in case. There's just certain things that you don't do in war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
this
way
was
I
like,
interpreted this, Nina, though, I think that just for the sake of the storytelling, I think they were trying to show that this was a world that they were used to.
Yeah.
Right.
That sometimes it's like, oh, it's another war, but we're going to try to go on with our lives. I think that might have been a narrative.
I think
device.
so too. I think so too, Teresa. I think they're just trying to be like, hey, like, this is so normal. Like the war is so normal that they're like, okay, let's just watch TV. Like, it doesn't really matter what's going on. Hey, Ron Cook, sends $5. Thank you so much. Says, sorry, can't say, just want it. Hail all. Hello.
That was nice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You can catch the playback because we got to talk about a lot of stuff. But thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you. But yeah, so then they're sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the Dick Van Dyke episode. I looked it up. Season 2, right there, episode 21. It's not called the Walnut, whatever they show in this show, but it is an episode about Dick Van Dyke watching a sci-fi movie or TV show or movie, and then like telling his wife about it, going to sleep, and then waking up to like almost like a Twilight Zone episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show. So it's kind of cool that they picked that episode where it was like how kind of Wanda did this Twilight Zone hex that created this sitcom world that she was in. Thought it was kind of interesting that they took an actual episode like that.
Andrea, no, I'm from Iran, and I was born during the Iran-Iraq War. So that's the war that I was had the pleasure of being around. That is very interesting, Scott. This whole story was interesting to me because they're talking about how like they basically retconned her story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the fact that they retconned her story?
I'm okay with it because we were just told that a bomb landed next to them and they sat there for 2 days under the rubble, waiting for the bomb to go off, and it didn't. Chaos magic, she uses like it changes the probability of what that bomb's going to do. So without her knowledge, because she is this Scarlet Witch, she was able to change the probability of that bomb going off. So they retconned it, but did they really? Because she didn't know. So we didn't know. And now we do.
Yeah. And the only from the movie I noticed was in the movie, they had said we were sitting at the dinner table.
Right.
But that's a small detail.
That's a very
maybe the couch is the dinner table.
Or maybe it's not a completely accurate memory.
Right.
That's why I don't know. I don't
Can't
like
trust all of them.
If they are retconning it, I don't like it if it's a false memory situation where she's being manipulated. Then I just want to see where it's going to go. But it's just there's not enough time to tell the story that they're
right.
And that's one of the reasons I have a problem with this, because I feel like there's just too much and they didn't do man, I feel like WandaVision should have been an hour-long episode.
Every episode.
Yeah.
Every episode.
And then they show basically that she used her power. Like this is they're saying that she was born with this power, like when she reaches for it right here.
Yep.
And I thought that was interesting because
I did too.
I mean,
and I like what Jayne says, in other series like Game of Thrones, Ned Stark has fever dreams. You don't know if you could trust those dreams. The difference is that, Agnes is trying to get to the truth. So even if there is some mistaking, it's not her trying to screw with her mind. It's Wanda maybe remembering it a little wrong or something. So I think the meat of it is correct, but maybe the exact what happened might not touch exactly what happened. I don't know how to explain that, but you know what I mean? Like it's the truth. Cause if Agnes wanted to mess with it, that's a different story, but this is her like trying to pull the absolute truth out of Wanda. So
what did you think of this change to her story, Jayne?
Like I said, I don't really like it.
Do you not like it because you think that like she, like, for example, like all the stuff that they were talking about how she might be a mutant and stuff like that. Like, do you think this kind of goes against her being a mutant now, or do you think that her being a witch is kind of a mutant? Because this is what Scott and I were.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's just, different terminology, different cultures basically treating it differently.
Mm-hmm.
We would expect that, if that happened in a real world context, people have powers, they would become something you can identify. And a witch is just as reasonable as anything else. But I don't like I said, I don't like what they're doing with the story because it's not making sense to me. And they haven't utilized the time that they have on this platform to give us more context to what's happening. So yeah,
Well, like, for example, which part doesn't make sense to you?
None of it.
Wow.
like this part doesn't make sense to you, that she went and like basically touched the.
It's like, why are we going through this again? I don't understand why we're going through all of this again for purposes of Agatha. It's like one big exposition.
It is. You're right about that. I don't mind it, but being the second to last episode, this should have happened like episode 6 or 7. If they were going to do it.
I think they're trying to show us stuff though, like, because we don't know any of this. We don't know that she touched the Mind Stone. Like, we don't know those kind of things, like in those details.
Well, we don't know the exact details of how it happened point by point, but we know generally what happened because she talked about it already.
Right.
They're just showing it to us for purposes of, they're not even showing us. They're showing Agatha.
Right.
Right.
But why?
The only part I really enjoyed, and I agree with you, and I don't get me wrong, I did not enjoy it, but the part I truly enjoyed was her and Vision in Avengers Tower, because like we didn't in the shows, we didn't get it, or the movies, we didn't get enough of their love story to understand why they fell in love. And I wish we had more exposition on that, because that one scene was so powerful. You're like,
I really like that scene too.
My heart.
I know. But I also really like this scene because it's like I think, okay, theories. Do you guys think this is Scarlet Witch, or do you guys think it's somebody else?
No, it's definitely the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. It's either protecting her, or you got the crown, you got the like the same like outfit. It's only the two which the Scarlet Witch has, and not the 4 that the mother had. So it's not her.
Right.
And it could be a Scarlet Witch from a different dimension, because they're all the same in all the different nexus. Or it could just be the Scarlet Witch chaos magic protecting her from the Mind Stone, which the Mind Stone, like maybe communicating with the Mind Stone to create her power.
Well, I also found it interesting because she actually disappeared, right? Because when they were rewatching it, it showed that she disappeared from that moment, right?
What it did was it did exactly what she's been doing throughout this show. It edited the footage without her knowing how she did it. Like when the beekeeper, it edited the footage. When she got rid of Monica Rambeau, it edited the footage. I don't know how that probably happened in a split second. That's why the guys on the other side of the glass couldn't see it, because it felt slow-mo to me. It felt like it was a slow-mo moment. So it probably happened in a split second, and that's why they didn't know what happened.
I thought she disappeared. Like, I thought she went to like another world or something like that for a minute. But I don't know. I mean, who knows? This was the scene you guys were talking about.
Yes.
It was a sweet scene for sure.
I like this scene. This felt like it fit with the story.
Yes.
So I could appreciate this detail.
Like, truly, why she created all this. Show me that love.
Yeah, like, why was she in love with him so much? And it's like,
I mean, he says one of the most powerful lines I've heard in a movie, like, ever. Like that line, what is what is grief but the how did he put it? Oh man, I wish I could say it
so
perfectly.
great you forgot. Okay, now I gotta look it up.
What is grief but the
creation of love, or
something?
No,
up on the screen.
It's the perseverance of love or something like that. Like
I'm trying to see if I can catch it with a
right.
I'm looking at mine.
It was whoever wrote that, like, bravo. Because even me, I was like,
oh,
whatever. I'm going to go punch somebody.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
It's dusty in here.
I'm gonna kill this cat. Okay.
Kill her.
Yes.
Oh my
Make it a
God.
bunny. Make it a bunny.
She's become like Agatha Harkness already.
Yeah. Well, he keeps trying to step on my computer keyboard.
This
What
is
is
the scene.
what is grief
that's
if
how
not
it's
love
happening.
persevering?
Oh, there it is. But what is
There it
grief
is.
if not
But-
love persevering? Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like,
Wow.
that's deep shit right there, man.
That
Oh my
is-
gosh, there it is. Let's all cry.
Oh my
Yeah, that was
God.
good.
That was
really
good.
It really
liked
was. Like that
I liked
connection. We see that connection. I wish we had more of that.
Oh, I also liked even when he walked in the door, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but oh God, I'm so terrible at quote. But he walked in the door
mm,
and she basically called him out on it being intentional, his being in her room. And she asked what he was going to do next. And he basically said, whatever you want.
Then she was like, come sit here.
And she invited him to come sit down.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was so sweet.
I like that too.
That was a perfect scene. A perfect scene.
Yeah.
Right here.
Like Paul Bettany just is such a good actor.
Yeah, that scene.
Yeah. I don't mean to intrude.
Oh, he's such a robot. I love him. Well, I suppose, yes, I did intend to come here.
Oh, there's so much. There's so much.
Whatever
in
is your
this.
preference.
Oh my God. I just did like a Jack Black. I'm like, there's so much in this.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So then, of course, Agatha is
real quick,
really trying to pinpoint.
You missed it. Right when they show, after he says that line, they show Agatha and her again. Agatha wipes a tear away. Now, a lot of people take that as a sarcastic move, but Wanda's not looking at her at all. Wanda is not looking at her at all.
I didn't see that. What tear?
Let me go back on my thing here.
Right
What tear?
after that moment, right after the moment where he's right there. It was right there. Right there. There it is. She is wiping a tear. Now it looks almost like sarcastic, but Wanda is not paying attention to her at all.
That's fake.
I believe there's a love she wants to bring back, and that emotion that they had between each other is, no matter how warped her love is with the person she wants to bring back, it touched her. I truly think it touched her, because there's another scene where you see a tear coming down. I like paused it 5 times to watch it.
I think she's evil. I don't know if she
I do too.
felt anything.
Yeah, I agree with you, because when she came to Westview, she didn't know what was going on.
No, but she took advantage.
I don't think she's right, but I don't think it's because she can relate to Wanda in some way. I think it's because she just wants her power.
So you're saying that is for the audience then?
Yeah.
Because that was not for Wanda.
She's faking it. Whatever it is, she's faking it.
I want her to have some, I don't know. I love her character. I want her to persevere through these movies. I want to see her, except for that last scene where she looks all weird, made up. I couldn't. No.
Well, even Eclasa seemed genuine to me. I disagree. I don't think it was. I think she's faking.
She's trying to hide it, like steal that one tear away because she's evil. I don't know.
I don't know. Sporking, you might have convinced me, because I thought it was sarcastic too, but I just rewatched it on my screen, and sure enough, Wanda wasn't seeing her at all. Yep. There was no reason for her to do that.
Yes, exactly. And I don't think it was for the audience. And right here, she starts getting quite emotional herself. And
tell me how you did it. And she starts like just badgering her, like, tell me. And then she's just like, I wanted him back. Like, it was really simple.
And there's a tear right there. She like looks like she's about to cry. Like, and again, Wanda is not watching her. So I just think there's more to her than we know right now. But again, it's such a short episode.
It's too short, man. It's annoying.
She's so pretty.
Right. Exactly, Mega Max. She killed the dog. She's evil.
Yeah, she is evil, man. I don't
be
buy
redeemed.
It.
How do we know that dog wasn't, I don't know, a snake
transmuted fly?
Yeah.
So then Wanda goes to meet with this douchebag.
Oh.
And then we find out that, he's been doing all these weird experiments with Vision. I'm trying to pause it on the scene.
Yeah, there's so many good parts to this one that I have so many questions. Could I ask this question right now
Sure.
that we're looking at his face? How is Vision that color?
I don't know.
Oh.
Vision was like gray when he died.
He
How is he
looks
that
silver.
color? No, he has that reddish tinge. He has
No, I know when he died, he looked
Yeah.
like silver, like
Exactly.
completely. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Now don't forget this is 5 years later.
Maybe he rusted.
Well,
Right.
or look at how they're hacking him apart aggressively. They're cutting at him. They're ripping him apart. They're making the noise sound horrible to like get to Wanda. I almost want to think in 5 years they had multiple visions that they tried to create that never worked. So who's to say this one isn't the white one? Because when she touched it and says, I can't feel you, kind of going back to that Infinity War Endgame one where it's like, oh, all I feel is you. Is it maybe because this isn't the Vision we know? The white Vision is the Vision that was really Vision. Like, I think there's cataract.
Ooh.
Cataract is blurry, multiple. So maybe there was more than just one Vision they created. And he's like, hack the shit out of this one. Because it's been 5 years and all of a sudden now they're ripping them apart. All of a sudden,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Come
But
on.
they also could have been experimenting with him all this time.
Yeah.
Well, he did say they put them back together and took them apart hundreds
Right.
of times.
Yeah.
But
They
just
did
this
say that.
moment, it just seems so like they're like, this is a $3 billion weapon and they're hitting it with a freaking hacksaw. Come on.
Tina says a lot of people agree with Scott. Tina,
They
that's
do.
a lie. That's
No, a lot of
just a
people do.
lie.
Thank you, Tina. Could we clip that scene? Thank you.
Somebody else made a good point about the dog. She said she couldn't bring him back.
Right. Like she was like, you could bring things back. And she's like, no, I couldn't. Like, I felt like in that moment, even though Agatha was like fake crying, like she was actually really interested into knowing you can bring that dog, like you could bring things back to life. And I think that's when it turned and she wanted not just to understand Wanda's magic, but to understand like how she could bring things to life. I think
So wait,
important.
so she's not evil in the comics? That's
She's
interesting.
she's the mentor
right.
of Scarlet Witch.
She's like, she's not an anti-hero. She's like kind of like chaotic neutral.
Really? So she's not supposed to be evil.
No, no.
But I mean, she's not. What has she done? That really, that's part of what's confusing me about this whole situation. It's like, why are we? What's the point? Because besides killing the dogs, I'm sorry, that made her look
Andrea.
evil. Okay,
Andrea,
you
you're
crossed
a
the
fan.
line there. But with everything else, it's just like, why are we going through all of these motions? By the time we figure it out, I mean, are we going to figure it out?
Yeah.
I think we will.
I mean, there's a lot left to
Because she
be
hasn't done
explored in
anything
the next
evil,
episode.
technically. She's just been observing,
Right.
Exactly.
manipulating,
Other
perhaps.
than killing the dog, there's
Yeah, but it's
really
not a real
nothing
dog.
evil. I don't know.
It was a newt.
Andrea says, I mean, that's the thing, right? Ambitious women are so often taken as evil. I mean, well, that douchebag guy wants to make it so that Scarlet Witch is evil, and she's not evil.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's provoking her. He wants to see if she can get down there, and because he tells everybody stop, don't shoot. And he wants to see if he can reignite because he's been trying for 5 years to get Vision to come to life. And he's like, well, let's see if she can do it.
But also he lied to everybody. He was like,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
she broke in there, busted him out. Like, you're a liar.
Yeah.
But see, the other thing too, though, right, and not only that, I mean, he manipulated the video too, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem I have too with this is that Wanda, between the two of these people, Wanda's the one who's hurting actual human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, like versus
So she-
Agnes, right.
Agnes.
Yeah. Well, the only time I think we've seen Agnes hurt was the children when they were she had them all tied up and they were yelling.
Yeah, in the end, when
Yeah, at the end.
she's got them
Right.
all. Like, she got them tied up and everything.
Another thing why I don't think this is the real Vision, he's vibranium. No, I'm sorry. What is it vibranium?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
so.
Vibranium. You're not cutting through that with a hacksaw.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right?
I just think they were trying to provoke maybe that's his head, but I don't think I don't know. There's something about it that tells me this, unless the people that redid, like, he was not red. How is he red? He died. He was like gray and black. There is no way he got color back after he died.
She did do something here, though. Like,
Yes.
she put her power
She
in
was
his
trying
brain.
to feel him. She was trying to feel him.
Yeah, that maybe they were trying to recreate him, and that's why they have
Yep.
no problem cutting him all up and everything.
That scene really affected me because when my old cat died quite a few years ago, she died in my arms. And so, like, when you feel like the life go out and you like you see their eyes as lifeless and everything.
Yeah, it's no
like
longer
when
them.
when she says I can't feel you, like, I felt that. Like, I was like, yeah, like when you don't, like, when the life is gone, it's just like this feeling, and you're like, and she's like crying, and I was like, I'm gonna start crying, because this is like when you like that was powerful.
Right.
Like, I can't feel you, and I felt that. I was like, oh, that's good. And she's a great actress.
Well, anytime you've lost a loved one, you know.
I'm sharing my screen. I want you to see something.
Hang on one sec. Sorry, I was on the other. Okay.
It kind of looks like him.
You son of a bitch. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love
that not
Jayne,
that red. He's not that red.
I love that Jayne is proving
that was
Scott
good.
wrong.
No, she's not. You know, all she's
saying.
proving is the sun made him maybe a little lighter in color. That's all.
Hey, Dave Bob says we took him apart, put him back together 1,000 times. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with those people?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a hater.
Thanks, Jayne, for
No, that was good, but that red. Come on, Jayne. Come on. Nope.
It could just be lighting.
That could be that could be a lighting thing.
You're supposed to be on my side.
No,
but you're right. You're right.
What I find funny, the most funny about all this, though, is that she can fly and shit, and then she goes to her car.
That's scarlet red.
Yeah, that's scarlet red. I was like, what? Just
Thanks,
freaking
Buick.
fly, girl. Just freaking fly. Like,
and it's the most basic sedan ever.
I know, right?
It is, right?
Let me ask you another question. Was that letter there, or did someone put that letter there? Was she surprised by that letter? I didn't think so.
I was wondering that too, because she was like, she kind of looked at it, and she like as if like somebody had put it. Wait, was the window open? I couldn't see it.
No. Nope.
That was weird.
Based on what's in it, though, I think it was there. She put it there.
Right. Yeah. It was already there, because I've seen people saying it appeared there. And I'm like, well, I think it was there and she already knew of this. She just was trying to get vision. It wasn't as important to her.
But it was a deed to this house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this lot.
Yeah.
I mean, she really did do a nice job, Teresa, redoing the whole town. I mean, they should be happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that town was a dump.
Well, and it also showed how they had plans to have a life together.
I know. Like, come on, dude. To grow old in V, like, oh man.
Oh my God. That was so sad. That was so sad.
But don't forget, okay, so think about the very first episode. There was a heart on the calendar and they couldn't remember why it was there.
That's true.
Oh.
But it was supposed to be like what?
Well,
the dinner with the
yes, it got put into the episode, but the heart is this.
The heart is this thing.
There's so many things that got added to the series that happened before, like during this episode, which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, $3 billion of vibranium.
Yeah,
that's a pretty penny. Pretty penny. Okay, another question. Okay, wait a minute. You're going to show it, and then I'll ask my question.
So then she's like just freaking devastated, and then makes this freaking town.
Right.
Like, F it.
We saw a little of that when her brother died.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes.
Okay. This is clearly the Mind Stone, because there's her Scarlet Witch powers.
Yeah.
And then she makes Vision out of the Mind Stone power.
Or is the Mind Stone that she was created with coming out of her and creating Vision?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. But then because he tried to exit the hex but died, it makes me think of that it's not the Mind Stone power.
Well,
Because
but that could have been something she did and didn't even realize, like not wanting him to leave. There's a couple things I had a question about because, okay, Vision's created. Don't forget there was part of the episode where the guy from Sword we find out isn't tracking Wanda, but he's tracking Vision's vibranium decay. So if she didn't create a real Vision, how would he be able to track the vibranium decay?
Mega Mac makes a really good point here too. Major Goodner and her fellow soldiers
I agree.
Squirrels in disguise. Goodner's line about Monica's mother not being the only person her team is loyal might indicate their disguise. That's true. That dude could be a Skrull.
Well, no, not him. I brought this up last week. The one that Monica went to that gave her the truck.
Oh,
they're a group of Skrulls, and I agree with
someone
that.
did mention, or there was a meme. I don't even know if I posted it. Somebody posted a meme that basically showed a scene from Captain Marvel that showed her with a little Skrull child.
Yeah, her friend.
That could be her friend.
And don't forget, no, I don't think so, because she told her friend never to change her eyes, and they didn't have the same eye color. These are things I pick up, man. These are things I think about.
Scott is really into that stuff.
I love the Marvel. I've always loved Marvel. And when the MCU happened, even though I hate Captain America or Captain Marvel, I watched it like 3 times to see what I could pick up. And I've watched, people's breakdowns, and I've done my own breakdowns, but that's the first thing I started looking at when she talked to anybody, what their eye color was.
Wow.
Well, and this is also a really good point that she actually recreated the vibranium, because that's pretty crazy too. Like he's supposed to be.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's really strong. Like a really strong.
I love you, Diva Import.
So then doesn't that violate the rule that they established earlier that she can only transform things?
That's what they thought. How is that the rule if they don't even understand what chaos magic is?
Yeah, they don't know what the hell is going on.
What they found out was, she turned whatever went into something else, but they had no clue how she created Vision. They had no clue how the kids were created. Wanda has the ability to instantaneously make something real. Like she just draws it from chaos magic, which is this could be real. Sporting.
Oh my God.
I love you, Orville.
Orville Nation, thank you so much for the $5. VJ says Sporking Point deserves a super chat. Fist bump.
Love you, DJ.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm so happy this is not on Scott's channel and your money goes to me. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. and right above that, Tina hits the nail on the head. That's what I believe too.
I was just, for sure. I agree. I think that this is what's going to happen too.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also kind of annoyed and worried that it's not going to happen like this, because you know how they're like, they want to like subvert expectations, and I think everyone's like, expecting this, so they're going to go like, we already gave you Agatha Harkness, because everyone knew it was going to be Agatha Harkness, and I don't think they're going to go with two like expectations, not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the only thing they have time to do is merge them. That's the only thing left. Like, what else can they do? There's no time.
Well, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, remember earlier when I talked about misery, Nina? You and me can go misery and end up in jail. I don't care if it doesn't happen like this.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, I feel like they may kill one. Like they'll be like,
they merge and both die.
Yeah, that's possible.
Or that, but that's the thing though. Like I think that because they want a season 2, I'm guessing, so they're gonna like, I don't know.
They haven't said anything about a season 2, so this could be a one-off.
Yeah, and to lead into the movies.
Yeah, because there's going to be all new characters in this next phase. I think this is a one-off series to set up this phase. They've never talked about a season 2. And I don't know if Paul Bettany is going to be in future films, really, like as Vision. So I don't know. But she is creating him.
Yeah, they could be waiting to announce it until the finale.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, Bobo Yogi. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a one-off. Okay, well, I don't know then. This is good. I don't know if they're gonna not subvert expectations.
To
don't know about
subvert
this.
or not to subvert, that is the question.
Well,
I don't know.
just
about all
like
this.
we don't have like the show with all these, and I think it was Andrea talking about it. There's so many powerful women in this, but it's not like a woke, like I am woman, hear me roar,
No.
which is awesome.
At least not yet.
Right. But so the subversive part of it, I'm hoping they're like, okay, we've had enough of that crap. We saw how it worked at Lucasfilm. Let's not do it, people.
Mhm.
Let's just do the
tell
story.
A darn good story. And that's what I feel like they're doing so far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm especially after looking into the backstory of herself in the comic books, the Agatha, I'm leaning a little bit toward what Sporking had been saying earlier, that she's really not as evil as you think, that it's
Right.
going to end up at the end that they're going to be working together and she's going to mentor her in that. And of course, WandaVision forever.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's Disney still, so of course I think
Right.
that's
Yeah.
true.
well, also think about this. Like she says she's the Scarlet Witch. It's chaos magic.
Mhm.
Who's to say she's not the Thanos where she believes she's doing the right thing? Like maybe she isn't the villain, like twist my mustache cackle like a witch, but she might believe like I have to stop her because
She
no
killed
one.
a dog. Jesus.
Well,
I don't
the dog
understand.
deserved it. It ate her plant.
Oh,
It needed to
no.
die.
How dare
What?
you?
Boo,
How
boo.
very dare you? Or maybe
Oh
Scarlet
my
Witch is more of
God.
a Thanos kind of character
How dare
because
you?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
no worries, because she's actually, as we've said, keeping these people hostage. Like that one dude
Yeah.
at Vision's workplace, he's like, "Help me, help me!"
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
he has a father, and he's like, "I need to call my dad. I need to call my dad."
Not to
Not
mention the
good.
people dying on the edges.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Dave Bob has it. Agnes is terrified of Wanda.
Yeah.
Terrified. After she
I
realizes what she is.
DJ Odysseys was a real dog. Does it matter if it was a real dog? It was real to those little kids, and
I mean-
she killed it.
That's the
Doggy.
question. Are the kids real? I mean,
Oh.
is this fine? Is this fine? What we're looking at? Is this okay?
Right. If they're not real, she should just
Here's
whip
the
them
thing.
around and smack them to the ground.
Oh man, I should probably change this scene. This is probably not good for YouTube. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're
She's
showing
choking
children being
children.
in danger." So she just keeps saying like, "Oh, you have no idea how dangerous you are," and like all this shit. And
She's
I
a myth.
don't know, man. Well, I did like the fact that she gave her her name. I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm
"You
so
are the
shocked.
Scarlet Witch."
I mean, it's crazy that this show made me realize no one has ever called her that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that about the show.
Well, they even
too.
hinted at that earlier. They're like,
Yeah.
"Does she have a
Yeah.
fancy nickname?"
Yep.
Oh, here's the thing the other thing that I was going to talk to you about, and we kind of went past through it. But the fact that she was saying fake Pietro too, like because the Pietro is also made up,
Mm-hmm.
like
Well,
meaning Agatha made him because
didn't make him. She said it was a possession spell she used. So that person is a real person. He's not Pietro, but who is he? We don't know.
Right.
Could he be the one that Jimmy's looking for, the guy who's in witness protection plan?
Right, but it was some sort of transmutation or whatever because
Yeah.
she said I couldn't do necromancy because your real brother is
Right.
like, on another continent or whatever. And I don't think it's one of those things where he's from a different dimension. So I don't think that
No.
it's the one that people, that's why I'm like, I don't know if they're going to bring this whole mutant thing into it because he's not her actual real brother from another dimension. He's
Right.
made up by
Right.
Agatha Harkness. So I feel like with this run of WandaVision, I don't think they're going into the mutant direction personally, but I don't know.
But let
Maybe
me ask you a question.
wrong.
How long do you think the whole thing in Wanda's mind took place? Because don't forget, in the last episode, fake Pietro and Monica Rambeau are at the cellar door, and now they're out in the middle of the street choking kids. Where are they?
Yeah. Yeah, where are they? Like, I was wondering
Right.
that too, because I was like, we didn't see them all episode, and the last thing we saw is that they were going into the basement, and then they never showed up. So because she was in the middle of the basement with Wanda for a while, like she had her like tied up, and she was like, she banged her against the wall a couple times, and she was like, okay, we're gonna go on this trek now, blah blah blah. But like the whole time, like, how long does it take to get down the fucking stairs?
Right.
He could be holding her somewhere.
Right. Like fake Pietro. Like,
well, I don't know if he's fake. Okay, so I think he's not Pietro. He's not Pietro. But like Deviant Porg is saying, she transformed to fly into a bird. Then why didn't she, if she had that power, be able to transform this Pietro into the face of her brother? This guy is somebody. It's just she possessed him and used him as the brother, and that Wanda was so like heartbroken. She actually like allowed herself to believe it for a little while. But could she fake the speed? Could she fake all that? Like, I don't think she has the power to do that.
So what are you saying? What do you
but see, Deviant Porg makes a good point, because if that's the real problem, if she can transform a fly into a bird, so why does she not have her brother's face? Like, why wouldn't it have her brother's face if she's just, like transforming people or whatever? Like, that wouldn't make any sense.
Sounds like something I just said. Do you even listen to me?
I don't. I hate you. Get out.
You girls are so mean.
I'm trying to keep
I listen to you. I know, it's so hard.
Thank you, Teresa.
No, but I agree with both of you, as I'm saying. I agree with both of you. I hate you, Scott. What are you doing here? But so I just don't think the mutant thing is happening. Do you guys think the mutant thing is happening?
No, unless her witch ability is considered a mutation.
That's the only way.
That's the only way.
Like, the reason I'm asking that is because, do you guys think that like, because people were like, oh, the surprise guy, that the Luke Skywalker might be Magneto, which is her real father in the comics, and blah blah blah. But in this show, we were shown that her real father was that that regular dude that died, and I don't think it's Magneto.
Well, that's who she thinks her father is.
Right, Mama could have got it.
We don't know.
Oh no, guys!
Look at Michael Fassbender. The guy's
Oh wait, this part I didn't really understand. So were they like powering him from this drone thing that went in there? Like, I don't understand what
they harvested Wanda's magic because it didn't go away. So they're harvesting that to jumpstart White Vision, who I believe has a mini arc reactor in his forehead, like a Tony Stark arc reactor.
Is that what it is? That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Because it's not a Mind Stone anymore, but it's something.
It's something. Look, it lights up. It looks like a mini, like old school, the diamond kind of arc reactor that Tony Stark first had. Or second.
The one that's in his heart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this part freaked me out. I was like, he looks freaky. He looks at his hand. I was like,
kill Whitey. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I did a black sheep move there. Chris, you guys never saw Chris Farley? Kill Whitey. No. Okay, sorry, YouTube.
It could be adoptive.
You get her demonetized, I swear.
That's all right. Makini got me demonetized last night. That's son of a bitch. I love you, Makini.
Oh, what do you mean he got you demonetized?
He played some Capcom video in the background as we talked about something, and they totally like grabbed my stream and demonetized it, so I had to clip it.
Oh yeah.
I thought I meant like her entire channel.
Oh no. It's called all of that, satire. You're allowed to do satire.
All of that happened with my show. Actually, for the Rogue one too. It was all demonetized and everything. I had to go and trim out a bunch of stuff.
I was gonna say in the Queen's Council.
Oh my God, that happened. Yeah, that happened too.
Yes, but, bastards.
So I guess final thoughts.
Ladies?
What do you guys think is going to happen next episode? Jayne, why don't you start?
I am at a complete loss. I don't know what they're going to do. This show has been so up and down for me. I just, what can you do in 30 minutes? Unless this is going to be an extended episode. what can you really do? I guess they'll send him in. Something will happen. She'll do something, perhaps to merge the two, or maybe they'll kill each other. I don't know. Agatha may help her. Maybe she'll kill her. I don't know. I'm over the show.
You think they're going to kill Wanda?
No, I think they could possibly kill the Agatha girl.
No, I don't know, man.
So Luffy's got, he says, I think he might be Mephisto, because in the comics, Agatha used his help to create the kids, and he is one of Doctor Strange's enemies. It's perfect segue to Doctor Strange. I mean, that's like, are you saying that White Vision is Mephisto? Or are you saying that Pedro guy is Mephisto?
Where's Ralph?
Right.
Where's Ralph?
All these loose ends.
Wait, who's Ralph again?
Ralph is she keeps referring to her husband Ralph.
Right.
Yep.
And don't forget, she said their wedding anniversary was on June 2nd, which is the start of the witch trials. So like in Salem. Mm-hmm. So who's to say she didn't make a deal with the devil to be able to kill her whole coven, Mephisto?
That Ralph is the rabbit.
That's what I was about to say. No, I think
it could be because the rabbit talked to her. But maybe she needs
that fucking bird, man.
I thought the rabbit maybe was instead of the cat, because it's easier to have a rabbit familiar than a cat because cats don't they don't cooperate on screen. I thought the rabbit was a familiar.
Yeah, it could be, but it could be Ralph also, and she needs this magic to bring him into real life, back to a body of some sort.
No, wasn't she taking better care of him? Right.
Well, she's also, demonic in a way, so they like to play it a little rough.
Oh my. So she is evil then? I don't
know. I think she's chaotic neutral if we're going D&D style.
Oh God.
I love it. I'm just ready for my heart to break. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm very thrilled with this series because it is so rare when something is completely not what you expected.
What we do know is Doctor Strange is going to be in it. So if Doctor Strange is going to be in it, is he going to be helping her break through? Like, because I feel like, because he's a doctor, and it's not just he just doesn't have the power to bend universes and stuff. He also has the power to heal, because he's he's a doctor, and he knows how to
doesn't take lives.
Yeah, and just basically maybe get through to her and her grief, and tell her, dude, you're not alone.
Well, let's just say the Sorcerer Supreme is definitely in the comics not a fan of chaos magic. So he might Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange is probably fearful of knowing now that he'll find out that Wanda has this chaos magic, which is something he can see as universe ending. So maybe right off the rip, he thinks he's helping her, but she thinks he's not, so puts them against each other.
Oh, Eclay stickers is a little doggy going like this. Bravo.
A doggy that's not been killed by Agatha.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you, Eclay. Really appreciate your super sticker. Freaking Agatha killed that dog. I feel like she's evil, you guys. I don't know.
They really shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have done that. And she was all she's like, yes, and I killed that dog too. Ha 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 ha. I was just like, dude, that is so evil. She totally took credit. RMRV says, if Doctor Strange makes a cameo, it will be at the very last second. See, I don't think so. I think he's gonna be in the episode, and I think whoever is this special person that they're saying is gonna make that Luke Skywalker moment that they're gonna because they teased about that from episode 3 or something like that. I think that person is gonna be the one that's at the end credit, and it's gonna be the last 5 seconds or whatever.
There may be
oh my God.
There may be somebody, but I also think Paul Bettany's a troll, and he's somebody I've been wanting to work with my whole life is amazing. I think he's talking about himself fighting himself.
Oh my God. I have a feeling it's going to be either Cap or Tony Stark, because I mean, who else is like the MCU's Luke Skywalker? I think it's Cap or
Professor X.
Really? You think so?
Let me help you, Wanda. I know he doesn't talk like that. Yeah.
But then where have
Maybe.
they been all this time? Like,
Yeah,
none of that makes
exactly.
any
It's like that
sense.
doesn't make
We'll
any
find that
sense.
out in some other movie. God damn you, Feige.
We're
This
going to
is
be
all
talking about this
confusing.
next episode, and we're going to be like, oh, I fucking hated this.
Yeah.
We're all gonna start smashing furniture.
See, that's the thing. That's the moment, because I know Tony's dead, but so is Vision, and here he is. We've been watching him for an entire season. So
Tony.
maybe it's like one of those things. Maybe Doctor Strange went and got him from some dimension to come and like snap Wanda out of her bullshit. I don't fucking
I
know.
still think it's just too much. There's too little time to do anything except the most simplistic storyline possible.
Well, no, because they could leave a lot hanging for the movies too.
Which would
Exactly.
suck.
Oh, it would suck. It would suck. But it would, yeah. It's
Spoiler
gonna be
alert, it's gonna be Chun-Li.
the Mandarin. It's gonna be the Mandarin.
That was good. Another monster. That was
that's
good.
perfect.
Oh my God.
Where has
So-
she been?
Fury.
Okay. So place your bets, people. Place your bets. Who's gonna be the Luke Skywalker? Sporking says Xavier, right? Is that who you said?
Yeah, Danny DeVito as Professor X.
Oh my God.
What
Okay.
the-
Miss
You
Martin
imagine-
Muses, who are you placing your bets on?
I don't know.
Just for fun, just throw a character out there. Who do you think is going to be their Luke Skywalker moment?
Okay, Tony, whatever. I
There you
don't know.
go.
I don't think
Mark Hamill.
Oh gosh, no.
Can Luke Skywalker makes an appearance?
No, not as Luke Skywalker. As what was he in?
Joker?
In Clerks 2. He was like, he had the big fit. He was the evil guy in Clerks 2 in the remake. Oh God, what was his
The
name?
Joker.
He kind of, but he had a big fist. I forgot.
I'm
what his
thinking,
name
yeah,
was.
he could come as the
forget his
Joker and they can
name.
mix worlds.
Jane, what about you? Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't have no clue whatsoever, but just to throw a name out there, we haven't gotten Black Widow yet, right?
No,
Okay,
she's
her.
alive. Oh my God, she's been alive.
So is
Mhm.
Tony. I'm telling you, they're all alive.
But then none
She's
of the
back.
stuff in Endgame would have worked.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're saying Scarlett Johansson. I was going to Scarlet Witch. Fuck, you're getting these mixed up. So Black Widow. You're saying Black Widow is going to be the.
Yeah.
She's
back.
been alive. I've been hiding her in my
She's
basement
back.
the whole time.
Yeah.
How could she, no? That's just way out there, Jane. Because she's supposed to be in the Soul Stone or whatever, right?
Well, that's
But
what-
no, she's
look,
dead. I mean,
Nothing makes sense. So why
Well,
not?
don't forget, Captain returned it at the moment it was taken. So what's to say he returned it at the moment she was about to jump, and she didn't have to jump anymore?
Oh, Tina's saying Mark Hamill is the voice of Mephisto in the animated version. So maybe
Oh,
it
that's
will be Mark
true.
Hamill.
Oh wow!
I
no.
totally forgot that. That's so true.
Watch it be Mark Hamill as Mephisto.
That would be, dude. I would lock that one in. I would love that.
How crazy would it be if it's fucking?
Mephisto
would
with
be
a
crazy.
lightsaber.
That would be insane if it's Mark Hamill as Mephisto. That would be a Luke Skywalker moment, because it's like
Literally.
Luke Skywalker as
Yeah.
Mephisto. Like you'll be like,
That's
oh shit, okay. Like
But
that.
they have-
Okay, that's subverting expectations right,
Right. But they have
The
him
right
looking
way.
like Darth Maul.
there.
oh yeah, and have him
Mephisto has that
randomly
look a
light his
little bit.
lightsaber.
Yeah, that
You
would
know?
be that would be crazy. Oh my God, Tina, right now you just I don't know.
I think she did it.
You broke the internet, girl.
Tina, blow it up.
Damn. No, Black Widow is alive in the Soul Stone. That's what I'm saying. She's in the Soul Stone.
Well, there's so many theories as to, like you were talking before, about what happened with it after the stones were returned.
Right.
There are all sorts of theories as to what happened with her.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever.
I mean,
But
you
I
look,
literally don't know.
look at the trip. Yeah, and they want to bring in the younger younger sister. What's her name? That she's the cute blonde girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they want to bring her in, but there is a moment
Who's the cute blonde girl? What are you talking about?
What is that girl's name? The sister, Scarlet Witch sister, and that's going to be in the movie with her. She's a younger.
Oh.
What?
Have you not watched any of
The
the trailers?
No.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
rival.
Yeah, her name's Pooh. I don't know. She's a cute girl though. But she was
Her
in
name is
Little Women.
Pooh?
No, she was in Little Women with Emma Watson and all them.
Yelena.
Oh, was she the one that played Amy?
Is it Florence Pooh?
Florence Poof.
Pug?
That's her. I
Oh,
just don't know how to say her name. Pooh.
Pug.
Pug?
Pug.
I think it's Pug.
Puff.
All I know is she's hot. Okay.
Pug.
Okay, I don't even know who she is. So who's she supposed to be? She's
Yelena.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of her sisters from the Red Room back in Russia. And she has a comic run in the as the Black Widow.
Black Widow sister, not freaking Scarlet Witch.
Oh
I
my
keep
God.
fucking
Oh,
these names
you're making-
up. I'm like,
you
what are
just
you
broke
talking
Sporking.
about? Like she
You
has
just
a
broke
brother.
Sporking.
His name is Pietro.
Who are you to decide his sexuality?
Oh my gosh.
Gender.
Yeah.
Gender.
And she was the chick who played Amy in Little Women.
She was, and
Mhm.
she's great. I think she's a really good actress. And but there is a part in the trailer where they show dotted lines around her face, and I always wondered if they switched faces.
Wait. RMRV says she's gonna be the new younger Black Widow. What?
Yeah, she has
No.
played Black Widow. Oh God, Black Widow in the comics, so she will be the new Black Widow. Black Widow is a title, not
I know, but Scarlett Johansson is hot, and she brings in people that
They're
want to
both
watch
hot.
that movie.
They're
But
both hot.
they're bringing the young kids, the new generation.
Yeah, the new.
Oh,
Uh,
my
I
head.
I mean, I'll take them both.
hurts.
I wouldn't know what to do. I would just be like, I'm sorry.
all righty.
Give me another
then.
chance.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh my God.
Maybe. Please make sure you're still subscribed to my channel.
Yeah, speaking of that, all the links are in the description. Please, everyone, subscribe to all these wonderful people on this panel. So I guess that's it. We've talked
Yeah.
about this. We've discussed our theories. I, for one, think it's going to be either Cap or the other dude, Tony, because I don't know.
Well, Wanda was definitely tight with Cap, so
That's what I think. I think it's going to be Cap. Tony, he's dead, and also
he's dead.
really didn't like Tony Stark.
No.
So I don't know if they're gonna bring him. Thank you. Low
Yeah,
Steph.
she does. She's
Wanda.
awesome.
Yeah, she's way hotter than this other girl. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'm not saying she's hotter. I'm just saying she's dead. So I'll take the living hot broad over the dead hot broad. Sorry.
Well, if she's being brought back to life, I mean,
Big if.
I don't think any of those people are coming back, honestly.
so do you think that Vision's gonna die too? Like he's not gonna be Vision?
I think they all should die.
Oh
No, I
Jesus.
want
Damn.
Vision. I don't think we're gonna get any fancy cameo, but I just want my Vision.
I don't
for-
either. I don't see how they can set it up to make it work.
But I mean, they've said they're going to. So you're saying that they're bullshitting?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't
Well-
know.
Mark Hamill is a good one. I mean, that's
I like that.
most
That would be
probable,
great.
probably.
Yeah, I think it's like Cap is in another reality, but so is the freaking Doctor Strange. Can just be like, yo, man, come for a ride with me for.
Yeah,
5
it would
minutes."
make sense if it was Doctor Strange more than anyone else.
But
Well, yeah.
but Doctor Strange have already shown. I'm saying it's going to be someone other than Doctor Strange because they've already said Doctor Strange is going to be in it, but they also said there's going to be a surprise, like a Luke Skywalker moment. So if that's the case, whatever happens with Doctor Strange, it's going to happen like separately. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out. So tune in next week to WandaVision. And also this panel.
Yes.
We will be discussing that episode next Sunday.
Finale.
And
I may not be sober for that one.
Oh, girl.
Oh,
Just
no.
saying.
Excellent.
I'm so
Drunk
over the
Jayne
show.
is really
like Christy not sober or just
Not
like
quite a Christy, no.
okay.
Oh God, Christy was next level the other night. I was like,
She was
holy
in fuego.
shit.
She was in fuego.
Jayne, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews and pop culture commentary. You can also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory for more. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jayne, for being here. And I love that you're going to be drunk next episode
I'm
because
gonna have to be.
Drunk Jayne is really fun, you guys. She's amazing. I love.
She
Drunk
created enemas with Stephen Walton, so
Jayne.
Oh,
Drinking with Christy.
That should be Christy's show.
Dude, she's been doing like extremely late night streams, like at like 3
2
or
in the
4
morning.
Yeah, she'll and she's like freaking hammered, and she's like she'll message me and she'll be like, "Girl, come on the stream with me," and I'm like, "Dude, you're drunk," and she's like, yeah.
Is it a cry for help? I hope not. Christy, we love you.
Oh, I love you, Chrissy. Sobriety's
Yeah.
overrated. It's no.
Well, you know, you got lots of potential sponsors out there, so
That's true. Oh my
I like what Philip.
God.
I like what Philip said too. Philip said, "I prefer the living. Leave it to Sporking to bring standards into it."
Yeah, I highlighted that.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
That was
I pulled a
That's
U.
funny.
You did. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, Scott?
Oh yeah. You can find me at Sporking News Podcast. If you were already subscribed, please check out. I found a lot of people that watch my channel actually have been unsubscribed in the last month and a half. So please verify that you're still subbed. And if you're not, it's free. So go subscribe. There's content.
They do that all the time. Like they unsub me to John's channel. So everyone, that's a good rule of thumb. Just make sure that you're subscribed. Like once in a while, check your favorite YouTubers and make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube does like to take.
I just don't understand that, man. It's so messed up.
So weird. Teresa, tell everyone where they can find you.
you can find me at Miss Martin Muses here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Currently, one thing that makes me very happy is cheese, so you might find some cheese. Also on Twitter, Teresa2_Martin.
Excellent. Thank you so very much. Again, all the links are in the description down below. So please go and subscribe to all these wonderful people and join us next Sunday for our breakdown of the season finale. It better be good, and Jayne's going to be drunk either way, as I've declared it now.
Classic.
She's going to be like, "Hey, guys.
I need to die.
Let's talk some WandaVision."
Why are they alive?
I'm just gonna say bye to some of the chat here. Clay, thank you for being here. Memes, Deviant Pork, another monster, Snortopus, Q Bear, thank you so much. Shane Nolan, Tina, everyone, Luffy, memes, everyone, Low Spec, thank you so much. Dolified, you were here, everyone. Dave Bob. If I didn't highlight you, I'm sorry. Just join us next week. Next week, season finale. It'll be fun. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Outro.